Dear friend, have you ever sat quietly in a moment of stillness and suddenly asked yourself, why was I born on that exact day, in that exact month, and that particular year, and not any other moment? Is it all just a coincidence, or could there be something far deeper behind your birth date? Something encoded in the numbers, something spiritual, something meaningful. In our modern, busy lives, we often forget that the very fact we exist is already a miracle. But if you've ever felt that you were born for a reason, that your life has a deeper purpose beyond merely surviving day to day, then you're already awakening to something greater. According to Buddhist teachings, nothing in this universe happens by chance. Everything, from the circumstances of your birth, the family you grew up in, the people you meet, the heartbreaks and challenges you endure, is part of a divine order known as karma. It is not random, it is not luck, it is energy that your soul has carried across time. In fact, your soul, before entering this physical body, chose your moment of birth deliberately, because that moment in time holds a specific vibrational frequency, a spiritual signature that reflects the exact lessons, experiences, and gifts you're meant to carry in this lifetime. And today, you're going to begin the journey of unlocking that sacred message. Together, we'll explore what your birth date reveals about the karmic energies you've brought into this life. You'll begin to recognize the repeating patterns in your life, not as random obstacles, but as clues, guiding you back to your true self. And all of that begins with a simple yet profound number, your karmic number. Perhaps after today, you'll never look at your birthday the same way again. You'll realize that you are not just a nameless soul floating through time, but a conscious being, born at the perfect moment on a journey of awakening and transformation. Before we dive into numbers and calculations, let's take a moment to understand the foundational energy we are working with. What exactly is karma? In popular culture, karma is often misunderstood. People throw it around casually. What goes around comes around. She's getting her karma. That's karma paying him back. But in the Buddhist view, karma is not a form of punishment or revenge. It is not a cosmic judge swinging a hammer of justice. Karma is energy, pure and simple. It is the energetic imprint created by our thoughts, our actions, our words, and even our emotions. Every moment we think, feel, speak, or act, we are sending out vibrations into the universe. And those vibrations do not vanish. They are stored, they form patterns, they create momentum, and eventually that momentum circles back to us, sometimes in this life, sometimes in the next, but always with the intention of helping the soul grow and evolve. Even more profoundly, karma is not just about your current life. You are the result of thousands of past thoughts, choices, and experiences, many of which you may not even remember because they come from past lives. And the moment of your birth reflects a summary of that karmic energy, like a snapshot of the energetic themes your soul is here to understand and work through. So, understanding your karmic number is not about blaming the past. It's about empowering your future. It's about knowing which energies are at play in your life and how you can consciously align with your soul's highest path. Now that we understand the meaning of karma, let's move into something practical and magical. How to calculate your personal karmic number using your birth date. This number will serve as a guide, a spiritual compass that reveals the primary lesson, challenge, or mission you've carried into this lifetime. And don't worry, it's very simple. Step 1. Write down your full birth date. For example, July 15th, 1990. Step 2. Reduce each part to a single digit. We do this by adding the individual digits together. Day 1 plus 5 equals 6. Month, July is the 7th month. Already a single digit equals 7 year. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Arrow 1 plus 0 equals 1. Step 3. Add all three resulting numbers. 6, day, plus 7, month, plus 1, year, equals 14. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Your karmic number is 5. This number between 1 and 9 represents the spiritual frequency that governs your journey in this life. It contains messages about your natural strengths, recurring challenges, emotional patterns, and even your soul's mission. Take a moment to pause here if you'd like. Do the math with your own birth date. Write it down. Hold that number in your awareness, because very soon you'll begin to uncover what your karmic number is trying to teach you and how it connects with your soul's highest path. Now we begin the sacred journey of unveiling each number from 1 to 9, as if we are unlocking gateways into the hidden knowledge of the soul. Because each number is not just a digit, it is a vibrational frequency, a deep spiritual lesson, a personalized challenge, and also a divine gift the universe quietly placed in your hands the moment you were born. Each number is a path. Each path is a map leading you back to yourself. So listen slowly, listen deeply, because perhaps you are about to see yourself more clearly than ever before. Karmic number 1, the pioneer soul. Purpose: to lead, to initiate, and to awaken inner power. If your karmic number is 1, you were born carrying a special spiritual gift, the gift of being the first to act, the first to speak, the first to lead. You are here to break trails, to go where others hesitate, and to light the path not only for yourself, but for those who come after you. You were not born to follow. You were born to lead. From an early age, you may have felt fiercely independent. You resist being told what to do. You don't enjoy being micromanaged. You are most alive when creating your own way, making your own decisions, and moving forward with bold confidence. In group settings, you often stand out, not just because of what you do, but because of your energetic presence. People may naturally look to you for direction, even when you didn't ask to lead. Karmic challenges, yet this leadership energy can become imbalanced, especially when you forget the heart of the mission. The shadow side of number 1 often includes isolation, feeling like you have to do everything alone because no one gets you or can do it right. Pride and stubbornness, becoming rigid in your beliefs, refusing feedback, or dismissing the opinions of others. Control issues, struggling to collaborate or delegate because you want to make sure everything is done your way. Soul lesson. Your spiritual lesson is to learn how to lead with humility, not ego. To trust others even when it feels vulnerable. To guide from a place of service, not superiority. You're being called to transform your leadership from a position of control into a space of inspiration and upliftment. When you learn to channel your drive with compassion, you become more than just a pioneer. You become a light for others walking through the dark. Karmic number 2, the peacemaker. Soul purpose: to nurture harmony, emotional sensitivity, and meaningful connection. If your karmic number is 2, your soul came into this world with a mission to build bridges, not walls. You are the peacemaker, the mediator, the intuitive listener who feels deeply and understands others, often more than they understand themselves. You carry a tender presence that makes people feel safe to open up. You are the emotional glue in families, relationships, and communities. You value harmony and often go out of your way to avoid conflict. But in trying to keep the peace, sometimes you lose pieces of yourself. Karmic challenges. Your deep need for harmony can lead to unhealthy patterns such as emotional dependence, seeking validation from others, or measuring your worth by how loved or accepted you are. Fear of rejection, avoiding honesty or self-expression because you fear hurting others or being abandoned. People-pleasing, saying yes when you really want to say no just to avoid disappointing someone. Soul lesson. Your greatest lesson is to love yourself as deeply as you love others. You must learn to set healthy emotional boundaries without guilt, speak your truth even when it's uncomfortable, and realize that true peace is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of authenticity. Remember, your gift is not just in maintaining balance between people, but in holding your own center through it all. When you learn to honor your voice and your needs, you step into the higher frequency of the number 2, unshakable grace born from inner strength. Karmic number 3, the inspirer soul. Purpose, to express beauty, joy, and creativity as a spiritual path. If your karmic number is 3, you are here to awaken the world with your voice, your light, and your imagination. You carry a playful, charismatic energy that brightens rooms and brings people together. You are naturally creative. You may love to write, speak, perform, draw, or make music. Your mind is filled with ideas, and your heart wants to share stories, feelings, and dreams that inspire others to feel more alive. You are the artist, the storyteller, the bringer of laughter, and also the one who feels deeply. Karmic challenges. But when this energy is not grounded, you may face struggles such as lack of discipline, starting many projects but rarely finishing them, scattered focus, too many ideas at once, leading to burnout or inconsistency, emotional avoidance, using humor or distraction to escape deeper emotions like sadness, shame, or vulnerability. Soul lesson. The lesson for number 3 is to turn your creative fire into focused action. Practice discipline, not to restrict yourself, but to honor your gifts by nurturing them. Allow yourself to feel fully, not just the joy, but also the sorrow, because true art is born from emotional honesty. Speak your truth, not just to entertain, but to heal, to elevate, and to connect. When you integrate your heart with your voice and your vision with your consistency, you become more than an entertainer. You become a channel of divine inspiration. Karmic number 4, the builder soul. Purpose, to create structure, stability, and spiritual discipline. If your karmic number is 4, your soul came into this life to build something lasting, whether it's a home, a business, a system, or a legacy. You are here to bring dreams down to earth. You have a practical mind, a strong sense of duty, and a deep appreciation for order. You are methodical, loyal, and grounded. People rely on you because you're consistent and dependable. You may not seek the spotlight, but you're the one quietly making sure everything works. Karmic challenges. Your strength in structure can become a trap when you forget to balance it with flow. Rigidity, becoming stuck in routines or beliefs even when they no longer serve you. Control issues, needing things to be predictable and perfect before you feel safe. Overworking, taking on too much responsibility, believing you must hold it all together alone. Soul lesson. You are being invited to learn that true strength includes flexibility. You don't have to control everything to feel safe. You don't have to carry everything alone to be valuable. Let go. Surrender sometimes. Let others help. Your spiritual path is about building from the heart, not just the mind. You are here to create systems that support others, structures that empower growth, and foundations that uplift communities, but only if those structures also allow space for humanity, spontaneity, and grace. Karmic number 5, the explorer soul purpose, freedom, experience, and growth through change. If your karmic number is 5, you are a free spirit, a soul born with an unquenchable thirst for discovery, movement, and transformation. You are the wind that refuses to be trapped, the wave that cannot be held back. Routine bores you. Stillness feels like stagnation. Your soul craves variety, stimulation, new people, new places, new ideas. You are the adventurer of this lifetime, destined to learn through contrast, through diversity, through lived experience. You may find yourself constantly seeking the next destination, the next thrill, the next breakthrough, not because you are lost, but because your soul understands that growth is movement. You thrive when you're exploring, whether through travel, relationships, creativity, or inner transformation. The world is your teacher. The unknown is your classroom. Karmic challenges. But this gift of motion comes with karmic lessons. Superficiality. You may skim the surface of many things, but avoid going deep with anything. Fear of commitment. Relationships, jobs, or even spiritual paths can feel restrictive to you. Impulse and avoidance. You might escape from discomfort instead of facing it, confusing freedom with running. You may unconsciously sabotage stability, fearing that it will imprison you, when in truth, freedom without grounding becomes chaos. Soul lesson. The deeper lesson of karmic number 5 is this: true freedom is not found by avoiding limits, but by embracing the strength within. Learn to anchor your energy without caging it. Commit to what enriches your spirit, not what merely excites your senses. Stay curious, but also stay present. When you master the balance between movement and stillness, freedom and focus, you transform into a conscious traveler, one who doesn't just chase experience, but lives with intention, courage, and awakened joy. Karmic number 6, the caregiver soul, purpose, nurture, heal, and love, starting with yourself. Those with karmic number 6 carry the vibration of service, responsibility, and unconditional love. You are the nurturer, the one who comforts, protects, supports, and uplifts others. People are drawn to your warmth, your reliability, and your ability to make any space feel like home. You may naturally step into caretaker roles within your family, relationships, or community. You love to give and often find meaning in helping others feel safe, seen, and valued. But with great compassion comes a karmic shadow, karmic challenges, self-neglect. You may put everyone else first and lose touch with your own needs. Over-responsibility. You take on too much, feel guilty for resting, and struggle to ask for help. Perfectionism in love. You expect yourself and others to meet impossibly high standards, then feel frustrated when they don't. You might feel unappreciated or emotionally drained, yet keep giving, hoping that love will be returned. Soul lesson. Your karmic invitation is this: to learn that true service begins within. You are here to love yourself the way you love others. Set healthy emotional and energetic boundaries, not from anger, but from wisdom. Accept imperfection in yourself, in your relationships, and in life. You're not here to fix everything. You're here to hold space with love, not carry the weight of the world. When you find that inner harmony, when giving is no longer a sacrifice but a choice, you unlock your true essence. A divine caregiver who uplifts from overflow, not depletion. Karmic number 7, the truth seeker soul, purpose, spiritual depth, intuition, and inner wisdom. If your karmic number is 7, Your soul walks the path of inner discovery. You are a seeker, a philosopher, a mystic. You are here not to collect things, but to uncover truths. You may feel different even from childhood. Others may chase the world, but you seek something beyond it: meaning, essence, silence. You're naturally introspective, analytical, deeply intuitive. You value solitude because it's where you find your answers. Books, meditation, sacred texts, these are your companions. You're driven not by outer success, but by a desire to understand. Why are we here? What lies beyond this life? What is the true nature of the soul? Karmic challenges. This intense inner path comes with its own shadows. Isolation. You may withdraw too much, becoming emotionally distant or socially disconnected. Overthinking, lost in theory, ideas, or spiritual philosophy, but disconnected from life experience. Skepticism and distrust. Difficulty opening your heart, fearing betrayal or misunderstanding. You may become so focused on the spiritual that you forget to be human. Soul lesson. The karmic lesson of number 7 is this: to balance the mind and the soul, to live your truth, not just seek it. You are here to integrate your insights into daily life. Share your knowledge, not to impress, but to uplift. Trust that not everything must be known to be real. Some things must simply be felt. When you step down from the mountain of solitude and share your wisdom with the world, you become a living bridge between heaven and earth. You are the lamp in the dark, the voice of clarity in chaos, the guide whose power lies not in noise, but in depth, stillness, and truth. Dear soul, now that you've discovered your karmic number and you've begun to understand the spiritual lessons your soul came here to learn, there may be one question lingering in your heart: can I really change my karma? And the answer, dear one, is simple and true: yes, you absolutely can. Karma is not a punishment. It is not a prison. It is not something you are doomed to repeat forever. Karma is energy, and energy moves. It responds to awareness. It responds to intention. It responds to choice. Every time you pause before reacting in anger, every time you choose compassion instead of blame, every time you forgive yourself or someone else, you are not just breaking an old cycle. You are creating a new one. You are shaping a different destiny. So how do we do this? Not just once, but every day? We begin in stillness, even just 5 minutes a day, sitting quietly, eyes closed, breathing, letting the mind settle, letting your emotions rise and pass without judgment. This simple act of observation begins to dissolve old karmic patterns, because when you stop running from your emotions, when you allow them to move through you gently, you are no longer a prisoner of your past reactions. You become a conscious witness, and that is where freedom begins. You can also reflect through writing. Ask yourself, what patterns keep repeating in my life? What emotion do I always avoid? What lesson keeps showing up again and again? Writing like this is not about fixing yourself. It's about listening. It's about seeing clearly. And when old pain resurfaces, as it will, when memories arise that bring heaviness to the heart, practice forgiveness, not just in words, but in vibration. You can softly whisper to yourself or to the memory, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you." These 4 simple phrases come from an ancient Hawaiian practice called Ho'oponopono. They are a balm for the soul, a way to release what no longer needs to be carried. And finally, dear one, remember that karma is shaped not just in grand moments, but in the small, quiet choices of daily life. How you speak to someone when you're tired, how you respond to frustration, how kindly you treat yourself when you're hurting. how gently you walk through the world. A smile can shift karma, a pause can prevent a wound, a kind gesture can echo through lifetimes. So if you forget everything else, remember this: you are not here to be perfect. You are here to be present, to be awake, to be willing. Each day is a new canvas, and every thought, every word, every act of love is a brushstroke. You are not just inheriting karma, you are shaping it right now, with every breath, with every choice. So breathe and begin again. Your soul is listening. And now, dear soul, you've journeyed through the wisdom of the karmic numbers. You've seen your patterns, your gifts, your shadows, not as accidents, but as messages. You've begun to understand that the struggles you face are not punishments. They are invitations, sacred whispers from the universe asking, are you ready to awaken now? Are you ready to rise higher? Because the truth is, the universe does not punish you. The universe teaches you, and you, with every moment of awareness, have the power to choose again, to rewrite the story, to transform your karma into wisdom and your wounds into light. When you truly see your karmic path, you no longer ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, you begin to ask, what is this trying to teach me? And in that moment, you are no longer a victim of karma. You become the healer of your own destiny. If this message spoke to your heart, if even one part of this journey touched something deep within you, then let it continue. Don't just close this video and forget. Instead, take a breath and take one simple step to ripple this energy forward. If you feel called, subscribe to the channel so you can keep walking this path of self-discovery with us. Leave a like to let others know that this message matters. Share this video with someone you love, someone who may be quietly struggling with questions they haven't found the courage to ask. And comment below, my karmic number is. You might be surprised to find someone else walking a very similar path. You might just meet a soul companion, someone who is also learning, healing, remembering. Because we are not alone on this journey. We walk together, we rise together, we return to the light together. So thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering who you are. And above all, thank you for choosing to heal. The path is yours now. Walk it with courage, walk it with grace, and know your soul is always guiding you home.